For me, the thing that distinguishes Ashbrook from other schools is the way that our teachers get to know our students on so many levels. We are a smaller school, and I love that about us because we are able to connect with kids in ways that teachers and administrators in larger schools just couldn't do. And that just makes for an incredibly rich environment for teaching and learning. Cecilia and David Gore are an inspiration. The history of the school, how it was founded, their generosity, their stewardship, their sense for wanting to bring an excellent education to the lives of their children and the children of others. It's just an amazing story. How many lives they've touched and the legacy that they will leave behind is just a remarkable testament to their generosity and their vision, and they're really wanting the best for their kids and for the kids of others.
We have children who are bright, but who need to be challenged and nurtured. And we couldn't find in this district any school that satisfied all the things that we had hoped would be offered, such as foreign language from an early age, hands-on science, history taught as a story that made sense, a chance to get on stage and speak up for the audience. So we had a long list of things that we wanted, and since we couldn't find it anywhere else, we decided to start our own school.
We did not have trouble finding staff or volunteers once the school was here, and we seem to have a good response.
The focus was on creating working environments for the teachers that were excellent. We felt that if the teachers were happy and comfortable and well equipped, then it would create a good learning environment for the students.
Not only was it the support of the staff, which was so important because we worked so well together and planned lessons and group things with our buddies and so on, it was the parental support. We had a lot of parent support, and especially in the beginning. The Johnsons built the outside play area for us, and the Thompsons were here every day helping with lots of other things, and the Wilsons were in the classroom providing materials. It was very much a group effort to be sure that we were able to start the first day and to continue.
I started at Ashbrook in first grade, which was the first year Ashbrook opened up to the public. Susie Stevens was my first grade teacher. I was here from first grade through 8th grade, and when I look back on it, I think of, the diverse learning opportunities I had with art classes and music classes, the robotics club, Destination Imagination, there was a club for that, Model UN. It was a community that was really great for me to be in and to grow up in.
When we were first hired, we looked at lots of different programs and took a lot of classes to figure out which might be the best kind of reading programs to use for primary age kids, because that's the basics of learning all the other things, was learning how to do reading and writing concepts. And so we tied everything to that. So when the kids walked in the door every morning, they were going to read all day long in some way or another. And we read in mathematics, we read in social studies, we read lots of different ways to teach the kids.
We had to put together a program that was interesting to a good number of parents. I think having a beautiful site was important. But also you can look at the school as a tool. The theater is a tool for English or drama teachers who want to put on a play. We have a scene shop, we've got a visual arts room, and it was attractive to potential teachers to see just what a beautiful working environment we had created here.
We treasure traditional value, but we have to be mindful of the new perspective to go well into the 21st century.
There's been a lot of change over the years with teachers and leadership, and enrollment has grown over the years, but at the same time we have so many traditions that remain the same from the very first year, and those things that students get to look forward to year after year. So those pieces of the school that haven't changed, I think, are the special pieces.
The decision to send Ruth to Ashbrook, for us what it really came down to were the additional learning opportunities that Ashbrook provides as far as art, STEM, music, also the small class sizes. I think that was one thing that I really benefited from growing up and being in Ashbrook, was a small class size with people that you know and a supportive community that you can feel comfortable to make mistakes or to ask questions in. And that's one thing that we really wanted for our children too, was a place where they could be free to make mistakes or be silly or do things wrong, but also do things right and get better and have a really strong education from it.
I've just had a lot of fun working at Ashbrook, and I wouldn't be here if I hadn't enjoyed it for 24 years. I've learned a lot from being here. I've met so many wonderful people. I had many opportunities to run into my former students and just learning about their successes and the goals that they've reached in their lives. I just feel like that's been very rewarding and one of the main things that I've enjoyed about being at Ashbrook.
One of my favorite things in the world is seeing somebody realize how amazing creativity is and how inspiring it can be to other people when you take a risk. I love those growth moments, those aha moments of I did it, or somebody struggles and struggles and then they're finally at home on stage. They just sink into the joy of discovering what's possible.
We'll always be together.
My hope is that Ashbrook will endure and will continue to provide excellent education for the academically capable students.
It will always be a joyful place to enter. And happiness is contagious. If a lot of students are happy, then the other ones tend to be happier too. So there's a reinforcement there.
Everybody has that idea behind them that they want to do the best they can to educate children and get them ready for the world and for what they want to do in the future. So as long as people keep that goal in mind, that we're here to do everything we can to help the kids, then I think Ashbrook will continue to survive and do well.
A lot of people really appreciate the option of having another education style in Corvallis.
I would love to see our school gain the national recognition that it really deserves. I think that children and families really want to be a part of our school, but we need to get our story out there and help people understand really how terrific a place we are. And I think that once we do that, we will be known as the preeminent school on the West Coast.